How y'all doing today? It's been a while since I made a video, and I didn't get to get any hunts filmed this season, but I did not have a bad season at all. Excuse me. Me and my brother, we got into a new spot right around the corner from our house. We live in a semi-residential area, so any patch of woods you can get into which is literally right around the corner from my house, is awesome. Okay, so we hunted this spot mid-season. We got in there right before the rut, and we saw nothing. We saw some smaller bucks come cruising in, and a lot of does, and we did what we could with it. So we put some stands in, and got up in our stands. We had to move our stands around several times because we couldn't really get on the deer. Um, there's a food source back there, but it's not a natural food source. This guy feeds deer in his backyard, so we take advantage of that. We got the deer feed over here. We're set stands here. They're bed. The huge. Basically, the whole place is a bedding area. It's all thicket, so we're hunting the bedding area. So it's a little confusing and a little tricky to get in there and hunt. But we went in there. I put a stand up. Brother put a stand up somewhere else. I saw deer somewhere else. He saw deer somewhere else. Put up our stands. Finally, we came back, and what do you know? We moved our stands where we saw the deer, and there they were. I shot two big does. Actually, my biggest doe was shot this year, she was 185 pounds, a few years old. Big doe. My brother shot two does, about definitely 100 pounds or a little more. You know, they were good sized does. They were healthy. We have deer management problems here, so they give us deer to get the DMP tags in New York State. So I'm happy about that. And then we finally, when the rut kicked in, we stopped taking does. We took our does out in the beginning of the season there. First few weeks, we got some does, some nice does. And then the season was on. So we decided to get in there. We were just full blown going to see some bucks. So one day my brother couldn't go in, so I went to my stand. Sat there, 100 yards. I can see the thicket where the bucks and everything bed down. Big old bruiser comes walking out. Big. Like, I never seen anything that big in my life. He come out in the middle of that field, and he was in the thicket, so he shook to get all the prickers and everything off of him. And just a mass on him I almost fell out of my tree. I tried letting some grunts, started rattling real hard, being real aggressive, but he was on a doe, so he wasn't interested in anything I had to do or anything that I wanted. So unfortunately, he walked that night. That was the only deal. I saw him right before last light. Going in there several other times. We had I was in another stand I moved my stand again. I was in that stand, and I had another big buck come in to me at 30 yards in the real thick stuff. He wouldn't come out. He was grunting at me. I was grunting back at him. We were communicating, but he wasn't. I couldn't entice him to come out into the open so I can get a shot. We decided that we were gonna try to take a different approach on it, and the season was pretty much dead from there on out. There was a good amount of time where I wasn't able to get into the woods, which I regret now. It was more like stupid stuff like I don't know. I had to be up early, so I wouldn't go into. I had to be up early. I had to be somewhere later, so I wouldn't go into the woods. I don't know. It was stupid of me not to get into those woods and hunt. But I went in last weekend. Like I said, I shot the one doe in the beginning of the season, or I might have said I shot two, but I shot the one in the beginning of the season, and then I just shot one the last Saturday of the season, December 15th, and then then the season ends on December 18th. So I went in, and that evening and I decided that I'm gonna try to put something on the ground. Go buck, doesn't matter. I still have a late bow muzzleloader tag, and well, you know, I connected with a pretty good buck, 6-pointer. Nowhere near the size of the bucks that we were seeing in the previous season. So we got this guy. You know, it doesn't score much, just it's a good sized buck. My first big buck. And then we got this little scrawny 5-point. He's decent. So, no burn all. Oh yeah, and I shot this one last day of bow season. Bow. So, and I shot this the last day of the season. So I'm having some luck with the last day of the seasons. We've let a few deer, several bucks walk. I was in there scouting this morning. I kicked up a nice 8 out of his bed. We're gonna figure out a tree stand location to get on that buck next season. Went out, bought a few bags of corn for the off season. We're gonna put trail cameras out in August and everything. Put some corn in front of it to kind of slow them down and get them to come in. Baiting is illegal in New York, but I'm not hunting over it or anything like that. I just want to slow them down so I can get a picture. I don't feel like paying hundreds of dollars for fast cameras. I just have the $30 trail cameras, put them on the tree, and just deer comes walking by and pshoo, he finds the corn, he eats it, and what are you gonna do, you know? Alright, so thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to next season. There's gonna be a lot of scouting done. I'll have a bunch of scouting tips and videos up. This new spot's great. I'm really pumped about getting in there next season earlier. If I feel like if I do my homework, I can definitely put a bigger buck on the ground. And then I also got another spot about a few miles away, next town over. That's again a great spot. Didn't shoot anything this year, but I saw a lot of deer, a lot of deer walk. So let's hope that paid off, and that we'll get a nice big buck out of there pretty soon. All right, so like I said, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with some more videos soon.